All right. Today we're on the Z H2. Hope this mic's working okay. Give you just a little bit of a walk around. I'm running a little late. Mostly stock. Got an exhaust. Got some goodies coming for it though. Hope this mic picks up the sounds pretty good for y'all. Oh, I'm running late and I need gas. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I know I can barely hear the flutter too much inside my helmet, so I don't know what this mic's gonna do. What are you doing, bud? Hope the camera angle's okay. I think it is. It's hard to tell. And my chin mount little clippy guy broke taking it out of my other helmet. So one, I hope we're getting audio, and two, I hope this thing fucking stays on there. God, she sounds so good though. It's funny, I'm trying to use like a quick shifter when I'm riding my dirt bike, and I'm forgetting to use the fucking quick shifter when I'm on this thing. It's actually a funny story. I'll tell while I'm getting gas. So I have always usually had like multiple bikes, and last time I was out riding, not last time, but like one of the last times, I was riding with my roommate up in the mountains, and I used to have a little Honda Grom that I had a rear handbrake on for you know, the hooligan stuff, and I was ripping wheelies all day on my dirt bike, and one time it came up, I was coming downhill, and it came up a little too please tell me I brought my wallet. It came up real high, and I kind of like brain farted, because I'm used to, get this off camera, I was used to the handbrake so much that my brain just didn't go to the rear brake, and I looped her out. I pulled the clutch in because I was so fueled up. Anyways, back to story time. Let's try this again. So it's actually the day I met my roommates. We met, actually I pierced him at work, and we exchanged info, and we were talking about dirt bikes and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, dude, I live in the mountains, like, come ride. We don't, you know, we can just leave my house and go ride on the bikes. So he came up, we rode all day. We rode some pretty gnarly stuff too. I was like, oh, this guy's a G, he can hang. So of course we're gonna be boys. So we're riding for hours. I'm gonna say a good like 4-hour ride. And we're literally, we just stopped at the little inn right by my house. Got a couple beers, because we're like 30 seconds away from my house, literally like a mile and a half. And it's a real steep downhill. And of course I'm like, you know what, let me get one more fatty in. So I pick her up, and we were coming downhill. I just put it in the second power mode like an idiot. And I picked her straight up immediately to fucking 12 o'clock, if not past balance point. And instinctually, because I had a little Grom with a handbrake on it, as soon as that happened, it was immediate, just straight up. As soon as that happened, I pulled the clutch in, reaching for the handbrake. Sorry about that, running a little late for work, you know how it is. So yeah, I pulled the handbrake in. Ah, fuck. I pulled the clutch in, instinctually reaching for the handbrake, and looped her right on out. And that's a bit of story time based on like riding a bunch of different bikes can be kind of dangerous, because you know, on this, like I go to my dirt bike and start shifting without the clutch, which is totally fine in pretty much every scenario, as long as you're, you know what you're doing and thinking about it. But yesterday riding the bike, I wasn't really thinking about it. And today I'm all using the clutch on this thing because, yeah, just transferring bike to bike is, it gets confusing. It's not easy when every bike is set up differently. You can really feel the wind on this thing though, for sure. Every single time I ride to work, there's always somebody trying to play, so hope we catch something cool. The first ride I took to work, there was this Audi like fucking riding my ass, and I see him in my mirror and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then I'm like staring, and I'm like turn around, and I'm like, oh bitch, that's an R8. So I like take off, and we did like fucking 20 miles of just cutting up traffic down to Denver. It was fucking awesome. And then just like 2 weeks ago, I was following this Corvette, same kind of thing. And then last week there was a Hellcat,
And man, that boy had some sticky tires, I'll tell you what, because when he gassed it in front of me, dude, I got roosted. Flung a bunch of rocks at my ass. I got 7 minutes to get to work. That ain't fucking happening. I hate that you can't change rider modes while you're moving, because this mode has traction control on, so I can't do anything fucking fun without stopping. I always forget. Sorry, that was probably a bad camera angle too. You really gotta get your weight over the front end of this thing, because she's squirrely. That was only like fucking half to 3/4 throttle too. I wasn't really trying. Gets to 170 so fast. As soon as you get under 80, you can feel the fucking helmet relax on your head, because there's so much wind resistance. It's just like glued to your face. And you don't need to fucking downshift either, man. That's the cool thing about this bike. Like that little pull I did back there, it's like, it's just gnarly in sixth. Like, it's not rip your face off acceleration necessarily just rolling into sixth, but it ain't no fucking slouch. Come on, bros. I think this is the second time I saw these people and they're letting me. That's really nice. Represent Florida. Enjoy, guys. That wind just says, hell no, dude. You start holding on. It's really windy today. Starts to feel terrible after about 150. The wind's on and off, so you get a little bit of like wind pulsing going, and it just does not feel good. I've had this up to about just over 180, like 182 indicated, and yeah, it feels bad right now. You gotta get all your weight off the bars, or I mean, you gotta get your weight over the front wheel, but off the bars. Like, this is so not a beginner-friendly motorcycle. It's insane. If you don't really know what you're doing, it'll bite back for sure in the worst of ways. You gotta really squeeze and engage your abs and just float the bars, or it's bad. She gets real unstable. Biker boys. But just cruising, it's really comfortable, to be honest. Like, as far as naked or sports bikes go in general, it's a pleasure to ride. One of my old friends decided he wanted to get into riding, so we unfortunately didn't film it, but we picked him up a KTM Duke 390 the other day. It'll be a time riding with them, you know. It'll keep me in check, not being such an idiot, but we're thinking about riding out to Vegas, so that would be fun. And I think I'd be pretty happy doing it on this bike. I had an MT-09 before, and I don't think I'd do it on that bike. Even though the seating position's pretty comfortable, I had a comfort seat on it. It just wasn't as comfortable. I don't know, it hurts your butt. This is a stiff seat, but having that like tailbone support on the passenger seat hump it's really nice. And I guess I should say I've only had this bike for not even a month now. Maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Let's say 3 weeks. It's been a blast. It's not as fucked up as I thought it was gonna be, like speed-wise. It isn't tuned yet. We're definitely gonna get a tune. In stock form, it's actually pretty comfy to wheelie. It's not too snatchy. It's pretty controllable. First gear power wheelies will fucking kill you, so be careful. Definitely not like a slow wheelie bike, so I've done a couple, just lift them up at first gear and it's sketchy, but clutch ups in second, third, and fourth are great. And surprisingly, you gotta lean on it a little bit to get it up in third and fourth. It's not just like, fuck you, we're wheeling. And with the traction control, I think a lot of people that buy these bikes just don't know how to ride, sorry. Because they're like, oh, it'll just pick your front wheel up and keep you there and you ride a wheelie out. Like, no, not really. That's not really the case. It does pick the front wheel up with traction control on, but it's only like an inch or so. It's enough to where it kind of keeps kissing the ground, which is really fucking scary. That's how you fucking die with speed wobbles and shit. So all you people out there like saying wheeling with traction control on, just don't do it. It's sketchy. It's not good for you. Learn to fucking clutch up like a man. Take the little shortcut. My camera is probably about to run out of battery, I would assume, any minute. I'm sorry, storage, not battery. All right, everybody. Time to chill out once you get into the traffic. I'm enough of an idiot. I gotta take my wins, you know? We're just cruising. God, this bike sounds so good. I appreciate your patience. Thank you. But holy fuck, she is fast. And the throttle is, it's pretty nice. It's a really smooth bike. I think that I'm running a little something now, rich or lean, after putting the pipe on. It's a little snatchier. It's a little stumblier on that real light part throttle stuff. but it's fucking about 16 light years better than the MT-09 or my technically FZ-09 ever thought about being, even with a tune. So it's a pleasure to ride. I think with some quick shifter maps and a little bit of fueling correction, it's going to be a really, 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 really good riding bike. Better than it already is, at least. See if we can't get y'all some flutter here at this downshift. I don't know if opening up my visor is good or bad for wind, but we'll find out. It's starting to slow down. Little split C's never hurt nobody. It's actually about to be legal here, so really I'm just warming all these fools up for what's to come. If they get mad now, I'm just going to teach them a lesson. Because it's coming. Thank God filtering is here. Let everybody settle in a little bit. I never make this light. That's fucking sweet. Love riding the bike. Smells like a fire. Can't tell if I smell fire or I fucking still smell like campfire from yesterday.
No split C's on this side. I would if it was fucking August 7th, though. God, I can't wait to fucking filter in front of a cop. That's gonna be a good feeling. Good feeling.